Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Today I'm going to show you how to make a little cooking device or even just a candle out of an empty tuna can. So the things you're going to need are cardboard, and I'm going to show you how to cut it in strips. You'll need a ruler and a cutter. You'll need some tongs, wax paper to protect your surface, a bunch of old candles, a pot to use for like a double boiler, like get an old pot or use one of those iMusa grease pots, and an empty can for melting your wax. The cans I'm going to use are about the width of my ruler. So I can take my ruler and just lay it out on the cardboard and slice up lots and lots of strips. And when I get a whole pile of strips, then I'm going to roll them together like this. You start by rolling one up as tightly as you can. And when you get to the end of that roll, then you roll up. You just continue to add the next one on. And you keep rolling. And you roll them until you get them to be this size so that they fit completely and tightly inside your can. Whenever you're going to melt wax, you want to use something like your iMusa grease pot. It comes with the pot, a strainer, and a lid. And what you do is you take it with this knob down, and you bend this a little bit and you get it down inside so that it's resting up like a double boiler. Pour water in it. Then you take your other can and you put it down inside, and that's where you're going to put your wax. It's not going to stay down very well until the wax is in it because it's empty. It's going to float away. So I'm going to let that heat a little bit while I show you the wax. I have a whole collection of old candles. And you want to make sure that they don't stink. You don't want scented candles because if you're going to be using these fire starters to use food, you don't want any of that to contaminate your food. Oops. So I have a bunch of little red Christmas candles that I never use anymore. And I'm just sticking them all in there. It doesn't matter if the wicks are in there for this thing because they'll just come out later. And now I'm just going to let it go until the wax is melted. You want to keep it on medium. Don't get it too high because you don't want it to burn. Make sure you spread wax paper out wherever you're going to be using this so that you don't get a mess on your counter. So I have my can, and I stuck a little candle with a wick in it, or you could just use a string. And then I'm going to take the melted wax and very carefully pour it over the cardboard and try to get it down into every nook and cranny. You don't want it to glob on the top. You want it to be all around in there as evenly as possible. Let it cool completely. Make sure the wax is up to the top. If it's not, add a little more. This weighs about 7 ounces. When you go to light it, you can light it where the wick is, or you can turn it on its side and use your lighter to try to get the cardboard on fire. And then while it's burning, which all the cardboard should go on fire, so it's dangerous, so do it outside, not in your house. You can add more bits of other candles that will be like refueling it. So try making some of these little tuna can buddy burner heaters, cooker tools, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel. Have a great day.